Today, friends, we want to talk about our interconnectedness as human persons. The high point of our anthropological makeup is the reality that all human beings are in one way or the other interconnected. When we deeply appreciate this interconnectedness, we would, as a matter of fact, be able to minimize the volume of conflicts and rancor among us. Human beings are created in the image and likeness of God. In that way, all created human entities are related, are deeply related. The human nature anywhere and everywhere is the same. We have differences in the accidents, but essentially and ontologically, we are all the same. And so our interconnectedness is based on the fact that we are all products, sons and daughters of one Father, who has made all of us in his image and likeness, and willed that we should live in peace and enjoy and have the fullness of life among one another. He has so designed the world and made us the best, the apogee of his creation, and placed all creation under our governance, under our leadership, under our control. That man is the apex of God's creation and has ordered all created matters to serve the well-being of man. And so, man, made in the image of God, should be sufficiently human and relate with the other as co-humans. What we do, therefore, in one corner of the earth has its impact on others. When we do good in the remotest corner of the earth for the well-being of one another, the effect of that goodness reverberates in the other extreme part of the world. Because goodness from one end produces another goodness in the other end. The effect of one good action brings in other good actions in other parts of the world. Our bad actions in one end of the world brings also bad actions, bad effects on others, even among others who may not have known us. One lie at one end of the earth has its bad effect at the other end of the world. And so we are intricately connected with one another. And that is why we are expected to live in peace and in harmony and in deep tolerance for one another. We must also realize that as social entities, we are not meant to live alone. We are meant to live in communities and in societies with one another, where we live as subjects and not objects. And as subjects, we have rights and duties. We have responsibilities for one another. And therefore, the earth belongs to all of us equally. And all human beings made in the image and likeness of God are equal before him. And they are expected to live as brothers and sisters. That is our mandate. That is also our responsibility. The interconnectedness of the human person is not only in his being, but also in his actions and activities. The activities we undertake have their impacts on others. No one single individual person is enough for society. No one single profession is enough for society. No one single task or job is enough for society. But collectively, we contribute to the well-being of all. The diversity of these jobs, the diversity of persons, the diversity of talents and gifts are expected to be ordered for the well-being of one another. And so we are not individualized monads. We are social entities connected with one another, from the family to the larger societies. And therefore, we are expected as persons made in the image and likeness of the Father to reflect this reality in our encounter to one another. When we are dealing with one another, we must be conscious of the fact that the blood that runs in our veins, the same blood that runs in the veins of others. The way we feel, the way we have hunger, we have need for peace, need to be loved and appreciated and deeply appreciated. In the same way the others long for peace and for appreciation, for understanding, and also for recognition. Let us therefore not treat others as if they were stones or inanimate objects or ordinary entities that have no relevance and no impact in our lives. No, we are important elements of God's creation, made in the image and likeness of God. And because we're made in that image, we are imbued with inalienable rights. We have dignity God has conferred on us. And the dignity that is ours is not the patrimony of the state. It's not being conferred by any authority, but the authority of God. And so in God, we have dignity, we have rights, we have duties. We're important, we're precious. And among ourselves, we're expected to treat others with deep respect, with honor, with deep appreciation, and with respect. As long as we do that, we will be assured that we're able to live in peace, at peace with one another. Shalom.